How does one get started in advertising? I get asked this question a lot, and I know I sound like an influencer when I say that. So a lot of you guys have been asking about my skincare routine, but it's true. It's the most common question I've gotten since I started my TikTok. And my most common reaction? But what? So I figured what better way to start a YouTube channel than to talk about a question that I don't really know how to answer. For real though, this question is 10,000 feet tall, so I'm gonna do my best to bring it down to earth and give you some simple tips and common steps for getting started in the industry. Then the rest of the videos on this channel will go into much more detail on all of those things and more in an effort to give you as much knowledge as possible. I want to help you get your first job or first internship and then thrive in those first few years of your career. First, you gotta figure out what the heck you wanna do. There is such a wide variety of careers within the advertising industry. Creative, account, and strategy are probably the most common that I'm asked about, but there's also media planning and production and social media and web development, and heck, you could be an agency's accountant. Like, you can do anything within the agency world. Just think about what it is about advertising that appeals to you and start from there. And that'll help you kind of narrow down some of the roles that you might want to get into. And you can always change your mind later and switch to a different discipline. I started in social media, dabbled in account service, tried analytics, and then landed in creative. So just because you pick something now doesn't mean you're stuck with that for the rest of your career. If you decide you want to be a creative, you're going to need a portfolio to show off your skills. Some people go to portfolio school to do that, and some people just do it on their own, but either way you're going to need a bunch of spec work to fill up your book. Write some headlines, design some ads, go out and film something, draw something, anything that shows off what you can do. Just make stuff. As someone who hates networking, I am very sorry to tell you that advertising is all about networking. It's totally normal for people to jump around from agency to agency multiple times in their career. So it can really feel like this world is so small and that everyone knows everyone. And it feels that way because it's true. So make connections with anyone and everyone you can, because you never know what agency they'll end up at next and could be you're in for a potential job. You can start by reaching out to your advertising professors. A lot of them have local agency connections. Get on LinkedIn and see if you have any friends or friends of friends or friends of friends of friends of friends who have some kind of agency connection, recruiter, creative director, really anyone in the agency that you can talk to and just get that connection and conversation going. And then there's always cold emailing. It sucks, and you'll probably get one response for every 50 messages you send, but all it takes is one great connection to get you started. Get to know the agency world and the work in it. Follow some agencies you admire and look at the work they're putting out. Study it. What do you like about it? What would you change about it? How would you extend the campaign? How are consumers responding to it? You can read industry news like Adweek or The Drum. Keep up with trends and cultural changes and see how advertising is using that. See how they're pulling trends into the work. And you should be looking for inspiration outside of the advertising world too. If you want to be a writer, you should be reading all the time. If you want to be an art director, get on Pinterest and start curating different styles and vibes that you want to use in your future work. Be a sponge and soak in as much inspiration as you possibly can. And finally, subscribe to this channel to get super helpful and awesome advice every step of the way. Let me know in the comments what questions you have about getting started in advertising, working in advertising. Hit me with video requests. Anything that I can do to help you guys, I am here. Thanks for watching. Chug, 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 chug. It's tea. It's actually tea. Okay, we're done.